What if making money didn't have to be so stressful? What if paying your mortgage didn't feel like mort, which in French means death? What if you could make money doing what you love in your own flow? What if you could manifest from the universe the exact amount of money that you need to live your best life in abundance? Well, manifesting with orgasm, touching yourself to manifest money might be a real thing. So I'll talk about that in this video, so stay tuned. Now, a lot of people have been hearing about sex magic or law of attraction or manifesting in these new alternative ways. And most of us have found through synchronicity and through miracles that some of it is really true. We also know that it isn't just about prayer and hoping for the best, that we have to find the right way of attracting wealth through our beliefs and also by taking action. So I want to share my story of how I touch myself to increase my income to inspire you. So just have an open mind. I know this stuff is pretty woo-woo, it's pretty out there, but you're the one watching this video on YouTube, baby. So let's go. All right, so how I discovered this tool was about maybe 7 years ago, 8 years ago. I rented a villa in Italy, and at that time I had launched my online business. I was working with clients around the world and I loved what I was doing. And I also found it to be a little bit draining to have to be pushing marketing on the internet, to have to be serving clients all day long, back to back. And yet I wanted to make an abundant income. I wanted to make even more money. And I also wanted to have more ease and flow and free time in my life. So what I did was I started meditating. And in my meditation, I was guided to do a sex magic practice. It was like this. I was told that I needed to lay down on the bed, to meditate, create sacred space, and to just pleasure myself. So I was pleasuring myself. First, it was just sensual. And then eventually I was guided to do a self-touch, self-pleasure, masturbation, as I call it. And I did this and it felt amazing. It felt like the cells in my body were rewiring, not just touching myself, but also calling in with prayer, intention, visualizing what I wanted, claiming the abundance that I wanted. And I also started to download certain techniques and tools. I'm not going to share it here because it's a little bit too advanced and I don't want people to touch themselves in a way that isn't in alignment for them. This was for me and it is what I teach my students and clients to do. But you might want to play with just trying this out for yourself, listening to your higher self, really coming into that aligned higher self wisdom. So what I did was I repeated this masturbation experience. I touched myself with the intention of calling in more money. And at that time, I was making around $3 grand to $4 grand per month in my business. And what happened is I quantumed without doing anything differently in my business to a 17K month, which was a huge milestone for me. And I felt very strongly that it had nothing to do with my marketing because my marketing hadn't changed. It hadn't been my sales that changed, although maybe I was a little bit more radiant because I'd had all this high vibrational divine energy in me. I really felt on the deepest level that I had sent out a frequency to the universe and I had envisioned calling in my clients and I felt like they really were coming in. So this is something that I've practiced. My husband and I have used these types of tools together, touching ourselves or touching each other, and you can do it with a partner. You don't have to do it yourself. Of course, when we touch ourselves, it's an act of self-love. It is a way to really dive in deep inside of ourselves, connecting intimately within as well as to our higher self, to the universal oneness. We can call it universal life force energy, oneness, God, creator. And now there's some of this old belief system of, sex is bad. God is going to punish us for being sexual, for being procreators. And at the beginning of the founding of the Christian church, there were many priests that badmouth sex, like even people that were married and had sex were sinners. Now things have been revised, like actually maybe even creating a life is an act of service, is a divine act. It's a gift from the creator if we do it wisely. And that sexuality is a high frequency if we do it with love and with consent and we really bring in the sacredness. So I wanted to just clear the air on that, I believe that if we're very intentional, sex can be sacred sexuality. But you might be wondering, does this really work? And like, how does it work? How does touching ourselves result in a client or result in manifesting money from a gift from the universe in some miraculous way that we don't even expect? Well, here's how I see it. Everything in the universe is consciousness. Everything is spirit. The temple just started banging its I forget what it's called in Bali. I'm here in Bali, but everything is universal. The heart beat, the life force, we're all connected to exactly this energy, and that's a miracle. We're mirror oracles. It is a hologram. We're all sharing this same energy. So essentially, we're living in a holographic universe, and scientists are starting to discover this and prove this, where everything is built on energy. It's consciousness. And when we tap into this subconscious field, this field that we're not even aware of, and we allow images in our mind to shift what's happening in 3D. If you feel poor and you're creating a story where you're struggling to grow your income, where you're struggling to enroll clients with ease and flow, well, this 3D reality can actually be shifted with healing our subconscious mind, changing our thoughts. And sexuality and fantasy and touching ourselves and connecting with our creator is a way to play in the subconscious world and to rewire our brains, our bodies, and connect with higher vibrational energy, higher consciousness. So the way that I've experienced manifesting money in large amounts with this practice isn't just, okay, I'm in pleasure, I'm shooting my energy up and doing these ancient tantric practices. It's also really the will of my mind focusing on calling something in while connecting with the universe. I think we can all agree that sexuality is about connection, whether we're actually connecting in 3D with a partner or we're imagining connecting with someone or something higher than ourselves. That aspect of connection does connect us with the universe. Money is also about connection. It's about feeling like this is the right client. It's them feeling that your product or your service is the right thing for them. So there's an emotional aspect and an energetic currency exchange, right? We talk about money as a currency. Whichever currency you're in or Joe is in, you're connecting this currency through oneness, through the heart. And when we connect to our sacred sexuality within our meditations, pleasuring ourselves and intentionally connecting our prayers, we can manifest. One of the tools and secrets that I will give to you, which I have found works, and again, there's a lot that goes into this. There are many nuances, and it's always a constant unfolding and discovery. And when I teach this to my students, I always say, use this at your own pace, discover your own way of doing this, because it is your sacred union with the divine. But one thing I've found to be really helpful, and I'm sure many other people have discovered this as well, is that when we climax, when we have that orgasmic experience, to state your prayer out loud, to state what you'd like to create. So this could be, I want to make X amount of dollars, or I would like to call in 3 new clients to my high-end program this month. Or it could be, I want to feel supported by the universe financially. It could be something more vague. The key is to feel it and to let it run through your body as you're orgasming. Now, I will share that this doesn't have to be about money. It could be abundance. It could be a miracle in something that isn't necessarily connected to business or money. It could be anything. My husband and I, we practiced this several months back. We wanted to call in, actually he said for his practice, we do sacred sexuality practices. You know, we're twin flame coaches. We help single spiritual women call in their life partners. We as twin flames, he decided for his time with me, I gave him a nice healing session, got him all excited and relaxed. And he said, I want to call in the New Earth communities. I want to call in Soul Family and Eco Village, intentional community. And I kid you not, within a week, we ended up manifesting through our friend in California, who is part of a Telegram group that referred us to someone here in Bali that has like all these mutual connections to us, this incredible community that is creating a sacred light village or light city here in Bali, in the north of Bali. So we're so thrilled that these practices not only work, they work fast. They work with miracle timing and synchronicity and undeniable, like this is real. So I would love to hear from you in your comments below how these practices have influenced your life, what you've tried, what you're excited to create in your life to manifest, whether it's money or something else. So while I have been able to quantum my income and let go of a lot of old blocks and fears and just create a beautiful life living in my paradise with my life partner, who I also called in using sex practice, touching myself, practices I'll share about in another video. But I just want to say these practices are very real, and ritual is very powerful and real. And that's why I have created a money magic ritual. This one is not a self-pleasure ritual. It is a group ritual. It's virtual online. It's called Money Magic, and it happens every new moon. It is for smart, high-achieving female entrepreneurs who are ready to take a quantum leap in their business, their blissness, as I call it, their income, and call in soulmate clients and opportunities with more ease and flow. The reason I created this ritual is because when I started my blissness, I was making about $200 a year. I'd been procrastinating. I was really blocked in my money space. I was able to earn working for other bosses, but when it came to my own thing, I just was terrified, honestly. And so I went to a women's gathering and we did a money magic ritual similar to what we do at Aphrodite University live on the new moon, which is a great time to plant seeds, set intentions, and to grow your harvest. So I went from making $200 a year to, I remember checking in around a month later and my income had skyrocketed to around $3,000 to $4,000 a month. And that was really the kickstart of my blissness. I grew my YouTube channel. Here we are today. Thank you for watching. So this is an incredible time on this planet. The veil is very thin right now. I know there's a lot collapsing in the money system. There's a lot of fear. And it's a great reason to come together to create new money codes and to create your abundance. You're the one that gets to take charge of this. So click the link below. It's in the description box. Register for the complimentary, there's nothing to lose, it doesn't cost a cent, Money Magic Ritual, where we'll come together and co-create some magic. And I'll be sharing some awesome tips, and we will be activating abundance in a divine feminine way. All right, thanks for joining this video. Like, subscribe, it helps support our channel. I love and adore you. My beloved Jack sends his love. We will see you in the next video. Namaste, namaste.